And it's all stuff that you can do it at home very easily. And the great thing about the vinaigrette is that it is truly one of those universal things. You can use it on anything. You can use it to dress asparagus if you wanted to. You could use it on tomato salad in the summer. You can do it. I mean, it really just lends itself to doing anything. So I'm also going to show you how to do the shaved Brussels. If you've got a mandolin at home, this is what we like to use. If you've got a food processor at home with the slicing function, you can always do that as well. We like the mandolin, and I was telling Mary, they discontinued this mandolin, and it's made with ceramic.
Oh.
So it's actually breakable.
That's better.
Who made that?
Oh,
Was
it's
that
breakable.
Sur La Table, or was that?
Sur La Table did sell them,
Yeah,
but
I
this
feel
is
like
Kyocera is the
Okay.
brand.
Yeah.
So when they discontinued it, I bought all 300 that they had at the
What?
Dallas Market Center. So we won't run out for a while. We're good for a
We're
while.
gonna have to come to you.
Yeah. So anytime you're using a mandolin, please watch your fingers. There's a
Right.
guard usually,
Scared me.
and I can't watch other people
I
using
know.
it because it makes me nervous.
I
But
can't watch you.
you would just basically take the stem here and then just go back and forth. The reason I love this mandolin particularly is because it's got the back and forth motion, so it's like one and one.
And is that
Nothing
raw?
is that important
Yes,
to get the
raw.
It hasn't
end.
been cooked yet.
You just do
Yeah,
it to
they're
that-
raw.
so you just
Okay.
do it to that level.
Just do it to the point.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And they're, I think everybody knows, but these are raw.
They're raw Brussels. So and then it gets a really pretty.
It's really shredded.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
And that's why I'm saying you can in fact use
Send
your
that
food
around.
processor with that shredding attachment. If you've got the fine one, that's the
So
ideal
I have
one.
a question. You know, on a cheese, you know, the cheese shredder, is it not sharp enough? Could you, if you had a cheese shredder, could you do the same thing?
You
or
probably
not?
could.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, and the sharpness, the intensity, and then 'cause what you don't want to do is turn it into liquid.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the chance you run is if
Yeah.
it's going in and it's getting
Too shredded.
too shredded, it's
Okay.
gonna all the water's gonna get out of
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next thing is the actual dressing, because that's how you make the shredded part. And these are just scallions, and I did them here. So I cut off the ends. Did y'all know that you can plant these and they will grow? Because you don't need that part. So you literally
So
just
you
set it
plant
down in the dirt,
bottom
and then you get the
at the
green,
top and
it
the
comes
bottom.
back up.
But do you plant the whole
I'm gonna try
thing,
that.
or you keep the tip at the top?
Yeah, you
Cover it to like about right there.
Okay,
But
cool.
leave this open enough.
I'm gonna do that.
And then
Wow.
it's such a great way to be sustainable on, and then you
Wow.
make a baked potato. You go out there.
So this
and
part goes in the dirt. That's a
you
great
want this part here
Pot.
up and then bury it in the dirt till about right there.
Wow.
And then it'll regenerate.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna do that.
All I did was, and I did it here, I took
Who knew?
I took a bunch of scallions, literally one bunch of scallions, and I put them down on the flat. This is an actual just burners back here, and I burned them. That's what we're doing. We're charring them.
Okay, so you
Yeah, did you? Yeah, it smells
okay.
great. So we're going to be using that, and then we're going
Thank you for doing that,
use
sending
this
it around.
blender, which is Mary's blender. We always want to put the liquid in first, and what that does is it makes your blender work less. So just keep that in mind. Blender, put the liquid in first, and then everything else, because otherwise it can get, you know, when you put stuff in there, and it gets down in the bottom, and then you gotta scrape it and whatnot. So obviously you can't put the oil in, but any of the other items. So we've got an apple cider vinegar,
Yeah, healthy.
and then this is agave, which is what we're using.
Agave.
Oh, nice.
You could use honey if you wanted to.
Agave.
Is that pretty much equal parts, kinda?
So I usually make it in bigger quantities than
We're
this.
gonna
So
want to
it's,
take a picture of your phone, you know.
you okay, you can.
Yes.
So it's
Yes,
a
send
third
around
of,
the recipe.
I mean, the big recipe is a cup of apple cider vinegar, a third of a cup of agave, 3 cups of blend olive oil, 2 tablespoons of Dijon, and then the scallions. So
What's the white stuff beside there?
what's what?
The white that you dropped your pepper in?
Salt.
Salt.
Yeah.
Salt.
Really?
I like to drop my pepper in
That's
there.
a lot of salt.
Oh, I'm not using
No,
that.
she's not using all of that.
That in general.
Oh my
is a
God.
lot
This is
of-
my traveling catering salt.
I love it.
Awesome.
Okay, and then I'm gonna put
I
my
thought she was gonna
scallion
double.
guys and here's my tops.
Oh, the
So you don't even
scallions,
cut them?
they
Yeah, I'm
blend.
I would, I didn't get that done because I was gonna show you, but yeah, I mean, and I don't have to, yeah, I do. I'm gonna grab my knife and cut it.
Hey, everybody smile.
Hi.
Thank you, Mary. So fun.
Hi.
Thank you, Mary.
We all learned something.
Mary.
Something healthy for the summer.
Jesse, where'd you go?
What are you looking at? Nothing, and I just don't want to be in.
Cheers!
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 Cheers! There was some. Okay, scallions are going in the blender.
Dressing last week.
But were you
It'll
saying,
last a while. I mean, it was like,
No, not printed off. I'll send it around. It's on her phone.
okay, so we're gonna let it puree, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the feeding tube at the very top to go down and blend the oil. Another thing that you're going to add the oil in so it doesn't break, but the Dijon will help stabilize it. So if you've ever made a vinaigrette and it's broken, if you add a little whole grain mustard or Dijon mustard in it, it'll bring it together and stabilize it. Then you can add more oil in.
Not know that.
So,
Love it.
That's how you make mayonnaise. You do it
yeah,
real
same
slow.
thing. Same, basically the same thing. So we're gonna. I don't know how high
That's
this thing
Italian.
goes, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
hopefully have success, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's barely moving. It's already going.
Wow. Wow.
Changing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So it'll kind of talk to you and tell you when it's done.
Right.
And so you'll add in enough, and when it makes that sound that sounds like it's solid. I don't know how else to say it. It sounds like it's solid. Then you know it's done.
So you're not using any kind of measuring kind of.
Well, I do, but again,
I mean, she has a
all of
recipe.
my
No,
yeah,
I know.
I've got the
but
recipe.
Watching
That's,
her, like she knew the oil when it
yeah.
was ready.
Oh,
okay, so I'm gonna go make your
delish.
salads now,
Thank you.
and
Thank you so much.
pleasure.
Yay! Yay, Janice! Yay! Cheers!